Welcome to our channel. In today's video, we're diving into the topic of emotional eating. We'll explore what it is, how to recognize it, and most importantly, strategies to manage and overcome it. Whether you're looking for professional support or self-help tips, we've got you covered. Basically, if you like to eat when feeling blue or sad, this video is just for you. Let's get started on the journey to healthier coping mechanisms and mindful eating habits. Emotional eating is a way some individuals cope with difficult emotions. While it isn't classified as a formal eating disorder, there are healthy methods to manage it. Challenges in relationships, workplace stress, and financial difficulties are just a few factors that can negatively affect your mood. In these situations, food often serves as a source of comfort. For some, turning to food to regulate their emotions becomes a habitual and automatic response. Although emotional eating isn't officially recognized as a specific eating disorder, it can still lead to negative physical and mental health outcomes. Recognizing the signs can help you adopt healthier coping mechanisms. Understanding emotional eating. Emotional eating simply means you will want to eat when exposed to negative emotions. While eating might seem like an easy way to handle stress or unhappiness, it can lead to consuming more food than necessary and making poor nutritional choices. When overwhelmed, you might skip preparing a nutritious meal and opt for quick, convenient options. Alternatively, you might gravitate toward high-calorie, low-nutrient comfort foods simply for their taste. Research from 2014 indicates that emotional eating can alter the brain's reward pathways, impairing your ability to recognize physical hunger and fullness. It's important to distinguish between eating due to emotional distress and eating out of physical hunger. Emotional eating versus physical hunger. Emotional eating and physical hunger are distinct experiences, though they can sometimes feel similar. Emotional eating is triggered by emotional cues or ingrained behavioral patterns, often arising in response to strong feelings such as stress, sadness, or boredom. This type of eating tends to create cravings for specific comfort foods, usually those high in fats or sugars, as a way to soothe or distract from unpleasant emotions. Physical sensations accompanying emotional eating can resemble anxiety, such as experiencing butterflies in the stomach. Moodiness linked to emotional eating has identifiable causes and can occur even if you've recently eaten. The urge to eat in these cases appears suddenly and urgently. In contrast, physical hunger is the body's natural response to a need for nutrients. It develops gradually, often several hours after the last meal, and is less likely to involve cravings for specific foods. Physical hunger is marked by typical hunger signals like stomach growling or rumbling. Unlike emotional eating, moodiness due to physical hunger can arise without a clear emotional cause, and typically occurs when you haven't eaten for a while. This type of hunger builds up progressively, allowing you to recognize the growing need for nourishment over time. Understanding the differences between emotional eating and physical hunger can help in managing eating habits more effectively, ensuring that emotional needs are addressed through healthier coping mechanisms, and that physical hunger is satisfied with nutritious food. Recognizing emotional eating. Indicators of emotional eating. Eating in response to emotional distress. Consuming food rapidly, feeling guilt or shame after eating, increased frequency of fast food consumption, overeating, craving specific comfort foods, unintended weight gain. Keep in mind that you are not alone in this. A survey of 5,863 U.S. adults found that about 1 in 5 people engage in emotional eating frequently or very frequently. Causes of emotional eating. Many negative emotions can cause this. Some of them are distress, anger, anxiety, sadness, boredom. While anyone can experience emotional eating, studies suggest that it is more common among females and non-Hispanic whites. Additionally, the likelihood of emotional eating tends to decrease with age. A 2021 study found that individuals who struggle with delaying gratification are 18% more likely to engage in emotional eating compared to those with better self-control. Changes in the lateral hypothalamus, LH of the brain, as highlighted in a 2019 study, are also linked to emotional eating patterns and higher stress responses. Impact of food choices. The types of food you consume when upset can reinforce emotional eating behaviors. Research indicates that foods high in refined sugars and fats can be particularly addictive. These energy-dense foods alter the brain's reward pathways, increasing the desire for them and potentially exacerbating emotional eating tendencies. How to put an end to emotional eating. While this is not an official eating disorder, we must present a few ways to deal with it. Seek professional help. Start by talking to your family doctor, who can refer you to a registered dietitian, a mental health professional, a support group, self-management strategies. There are also steps you can take on your own to address emotional eating. Explore alternative coping mechanisms. According to a 2018 study, finding different ways to cope with stress and negative emotions can reduce emotional eating. Engaging in activities like exercise can help alleviate feelings of depression and lessen the impact of negative emotions. Practice stress reduction. Stress can lead to negative emotions and interfere with your ability to recognize hunger and fullness cues. Techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or yoga can help reduce stress and improve your awareness of your body's signals, preventing overeating. Adopt mindful eating practices. Since emotional eating can be an automatic response, becoming more mindful about eating can help. Mindful eating strategies include: pay attention when you are full and hungry, eating slowly and savoring each bite, taking small bites, keeping a food journal to reflect on what and why you're eating. Modify your environment. If controlling emotional eating proves challenging, you can minimize its negative effects by changing your food environment. Remove sugary and high-fat foods from your home to reduce temptation. Keep healthy snacks, like washed and cut vegetables, readily available to make it easier to choose nutritious options when you feel the urge to eat emotionally. Who suffers most often from emotional eating? Emotional eating can affect anyone, but certain groups are more prone to this behavior. Research indicates that emotional eating is particularly common among women. Studies show that women are more likely to engage in emotional eating compared to men. This may be due to a mixture of a few factors. These are social, biological, and psychological. Non-Hispanic whites. Research has identified non-Hispanic white individuals as having a higher tendency toward emotional eating compared to other racial and ethnic groups. Younger adults. Emotional eating is more prevalent among younger adults. As people age, they tend to develop better coping mechanisms and experience a decrease in emotional eating behaviors. Individuals with low self-control, people who struggle with delaying gratification and exhibit lower levels of self-control, are more likely to engage in emotional eating. People experiencing high stress. Yes, this amount of stress can cause emotional eating. Those with demanding jobs, financial pressures, or challenging personal circumstances are at greater risk. By understanding these patterns, individuals can better identify if they are at risk and seek appropriate strategies to manage their emotional eating tendencies. It can be a severe issue. Emotional eating can indeed be a severe issue, although its severity can vary among individuals. Here are some reasons why it can be considered serious. Physical health consequences. As you can assume, this can lead to weight gain. This can increase the risk of developing obesity-related health problems, such as type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and hypertension. Nutritional deficiencies. People with this issue consume low-nutrient food all the time. This leads to poor nutrition. Over time, this can result in deficiencies in essential vitamins and minerals, negatively impacting overall health. Mental health impact. Emotional eating can perpetuate a cycle of guilt and shame, contributing to negative self-esteem and body image issues. This can further exacerbate stress and emotional distress, creating a vicious cycle. Disruption of hunger signals. Emotional eating can interfere with the body's natural hunger and fullness cues, making it harder to recognize true physical hunger. This can lead to an ongoing pattern of overeating and difficulty in maintaining a healthy weight. Potential for eating disorders. While emotional eating itself is not classified as an eating disorder, it can be a precursor to more serious eating disorders, such as binge eating disorder, bulimia nervosa, or other disordered eating patterns. Reduced quality of life. Quality of life is severely affected. You won't be physically active. You will avoid people as well. And all of this means you can feel even worse. Given these potential consequences, it's important to address emotional eating proactively. Seeking support from healthcare professionals, adopting mindful eating practices, and finding healthier ways to cope with emotions can help mitigate the risks associated with emotional eating. Thank you for watching. We hope this video has provided you with valuable insights and practical tips to help you tackle emotional eating. Remember, it's okay to seek help and make gradual changes towards healthier habits. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss our future content. Feel free to leave a comment below with your thoughts or any questions you might have. Take care and see you in the next video.